In this video, we're going to be talking about shifts. So the second phase of a spiritual awakening. So without further ado, my name is Jessie.
My name is B.
If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We're so grateful to have you here, and we're going to get right to it. So, second phase of a spiritual awakening, you're going to start noticing synchronicities and signs that you're on the right path. And something that we were talking about before we started recording right now is all of the crazy synchronicities and signs that we received when we first started dating, that you almost like, it's kind of like unbelievable.
So, okay, a sign, a synchronicity, it's not coincidence.
No.
It's like two things or however many things that are sort of paired up, and it's like, what? You like feel like it's a cosmic joke. Like, really? Did someone plant this here? So let's get into it.
Yeah.
One of the first, I think actually it was on our first date. One of the first like synchronicities was we were sitting by the water.
The dolphin.
Oh, that was a nice sign too.
Because you pulled that card, remember? Okay. We were like, wait, we have so many signs. Wait, what are they?
Right, okay, so we met on Hinge.
Sponsor us.
Shout out, Hinge. And we were texting for like a week before we met up. And during that week, I had pulled a card, and Jess had mentioned that she loves dolphins, and so do I. We have like a really beautiful spiritual dolphin family in that way. And so I pulled a card and it had two dolphins on it, like in total alignment, and I texted it to her. I sent her it. It was really cute.
And then on our first date, I took her down to like the waterfront, and when we sat down, a dolphin like literally came up underneath our feet.
Yeah, we were sitting on a seawall, our feet dangling over the water. It's like the most beautiful place ever. It was like so freaking romantic. And a beautiful dolphin right up underneath us. I was speechless. And I had just moved to Florida, and I was like, oh, I want to see dolphins. I'm not seeing dolphins. Saw them with her.
She hadn't met the dolphin whisperer yet.
Literally, wherever we go, the dolphins follow her. And us, I think.
I think it's us now. It's us now.
It's us.
Okay, and then...
So that's a sign. That's a clear sign.
That's a
from
very,
the universe.
yeah, that's a very clear sign that, like, you're on the right path.
Yeah, that
you're
your
in
guides
alignment.
are with you. Little, love from your spirit guides.
Right.
But then when we were talking on that seawall, that hot, humid day, I had mentioned, or maybe you had mentioned something about one of your dogs in childhood, and I was like, oh, what kind of dog?
Yeah, we both had golden retriever dogs named Honey.
Yeah.
And that was weird. And it was like,
was
oh,
weird.
that's kind of weird. What a coincidence. False, not a coincidence. Nothing's a coincidence.
Right. We don't believe in coincidences.
And then what was another thing? Okay, so I, in my childhood, grew up with a calico cat named Callie. It was a family friend. And Brianna had a calico cat named Callie.
Yeah, who had just died, like, maybe a year before. So that's wild.
So we were like...
a few months before, like 6 months
I
before.
think it was maybe a
like
couple...
6 months only
it was
at
pretty...
that time.
Yeah, it was pretty fresh still.
Yeah, so that was just like a really sweet... I felt like Callie, my cat, was like giving me approval, because... what's interesting too is that like I had moved from New York to Florida, and a big catalyst was like my cat dying. That was like my baby, and I feel like in that way, in her transforming into spirit, it was like, go, like this is like another nudge to like leave and get out. So it was really cute that she was coming up again in that way.
Yeah. And then I think one of the biggest, like craziest signs we got, it was like our fourth date.
Yep.
We went to a local coffee shop, and we were waiting for our drinks, and then there's like this box of like random notes that people can leave. Some are on like coffee sleeves, things like that. And I reached in the box, pulled out like this coffee sleeve, and on it said Brianna and Jesse.
Both spelled correctly.
Both spelled correctly, and she thought that I had planted it there. She was like, "Did you come here and like plant this and pull it out?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not." Like,
I thought that this woman was gonna propose to me.
On the fourth date.
It was our fourth date, and I was like,
I mean, that would be on brand.
how do I look?
There's like a flash mob.
I thought that she did that. I was like, oh my god, because Jessica's very romantic, and she can be romantic. Like not sneaky, but you can surprise. Like you're good at.
I'm good at surprises,
and I love surprises. So I was like,
no, it wasn't me, and I was like, I still have that. I took it.
Yeah,
I took it home. It's in our little.
Back a second time, and it was still there, so we took it. We were like, I think that this is ours.
Yeah.
But what I felt in that moment that I didn't communicate to you in that moment because I didn't want you to think I was weird, but I feel like you already did.
I already thought you were weird.
But I had felt in my soul, future versions of us wrote this, planted it here for us in this timeline to see. And that's exactly what her tarot card reader said.
Yeah.
Happened. So
it was wild. It was really wild.
That was super cute, super wild, super weird.
But it was super cool too, because it was like, oh, like, it was just undeniable signs and synchronicities, and it felt like it was happening. We can't obviously remember all of them. Those were like really major ones, but I feel like every time that we were together, we were seeing signs everywhere.
Yeah.
And seeing those signs and synchronicities is a really good indicator that you're on the right path and that you're being divinely supported and guided, and to not let the fear of the past and the things that have happened to you in the past dictate how you're going to move forward with a new person, or maybe in like a new endeavor, job, career, what have you. Yeah, don't let that hold you back.
Right.
And listen to the signs. Like, see them. Once you see them, you can't stop seeing them everywhere.
It could have been really easy for us to allow our past relationship experiences dictate how we moved forward in this one. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, sometimes that like just naturally leaked into our relationship and still does sometimes. We just got to check it, you know, and be aware of it. But we allowed those signs to act as external validation of our connection and our budding relationship. And when it was really like tough to trust and to surrender, thinking back to all of the synchronicities and everything, I was like really feeling like, okay, God's got me. You know, there's like, even if I don't spend the rest of my life with this person, it's not this, oh my gosh, beautiful fairy tale. I'm meant to connect with this person in this way right here and right now.
Right.
And the other thing I wanted to say is, signs are always there. The synchronicities, the universe is always supporting you. It's just a matter of if you're seeing it or not. So I remember when I first started to wake up and I got that calling. And by the way, we recorded a video on the calling, the first phase of your spiritual awakening. We'll link it below, so go check that out. But after I got that, then I started to like wake up to, oh, angel numbers and synchronicities and, oh, this person's talking about this topic and I just read about that last night. What's going on here? And every day just started to become like magic to me. It was really, really beautiful. And then I experienced that even to this day. And I just, every time I think it's just the most magical, wondrous thing ever. So they're always there. Always.
Always.
They've been there.
Always. It's just a matter of being open and receptive to seeing them and noticing, right?
Yeah,
like we were getting signs all day yesterday too. Like we get signs I feel like I get signs every day. Like, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Good job, Jess. You're on the right path.
Yeah.
And just trusting it, leaning into it, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be.
And I notice that I'm noticing them more so when I'm at a higher vibration. Like we were in the car yesterday and we were feeling it. We were like manifesting stuff with, you know, our spoken word, and we were speaking out what we wanted and what we felt like was already ours. And
and then these cars were just like zipping by and the license plate were like saying the same thing that we were saying out loud. And we were like, holy shit, look at that.
It was like so crazy. It was so crazy. So when you're vibing higher, like in my experience, you see more of that. And when you're depressy and like low vibe, you might not be seeing that.
You ain't
but
seeing shit.
Doesn't mean it's not there.
Just kidding. I said you're not seeing shit. I'm just kidding. No, you can see. Yeah. Anyways.
She's embarrassed.
Anyways.
So the signs, phase 2.
Phase 2. Stay tuned for phase 3.
Or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or none.
Or 8 or 9. Whatever we're feeling, honestly.
If you like this video, go ahead and like it, comment below, let us know about your spiritual awakening. We would love to connect with you. Also subscribe, turn the notifications on, take what you need and leave the rest. And most importantly, go love yourself.